Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you want to see how me and my 9-year-old son made these delicious homemade donuts and donut bite treats for the very first time, be sure to stay tuned and keep watching. Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katrina. This is my son,
Kayden.
And we are
Cooking with Kayden.
Our new addition to my channel. Every week we'll be bringing you new dishes that we're making, food and snacks. And today we're going to be making one of Kayden's favorite treats. What are we making, Kayden?
Donuts.
We are making homemade donuts for the first time. This is my first time making this, so we're going to see. And I'm going to be teaching him, so I'm going to let him do pretty much all the work. Alright, so Kayden, first we're going to start with our dry ingredients. Here's your flour. Add this to the bowl. Be careful. Pour it all in. Let's get it all in.
I know.
Alright. Here we go. Set that aside.
Why is it not?
Right, that's okay. Set it aside. Okay. And now we're going to add our sugar. Add the sugar.
The sugar?
I don't like you doing it. He want to be such a trickster because I don't want the glass to break.
The glass won't break. I'm sorry, Mommy.
If you know you're a parent and you just tell your kid not to do something and then they do it. This is every time. Come on, it's okay. Come on. Okay, so now you're going
to eat them?
Yes, we're going to eat it. Now you're going to add your salt. Can you please?
This one is so small. It's okay.
Okay, now we're going to add 1/4 cup of nutmeg. Okay.
Let me do it.
You want to do this little thing? All right, let me get it in first. All right, 1/4 cup of nutmeg.
Nutmeg, it smells like that. That's the
Put it in before you spill it.
Ooh, that smells good.
It smells good? Okay. All right, so go ahead and just give this a light stir.
What about that?
We're going to add that stuff next. Light stir. Don't splatter it out the bowl. Okay? All right, that's all. That's all that we're going to do to that for right now. Okay, baby?
Wait, we gonna not finish it tonight?
No, we're gonna finish it, but that's all you need for that.
Oh,
now
this smells really good.
It smells really good. Okay, so these are the dry ingredients. You just set this aside, and now we do the liquids. So, Kayden, here's your milk, warm milk. You're gonna put your egg in here.
I promise I will not get it.
Please do not drop it. Warm butter.
Butter.
Put it in.
Wait.
Be careful.
Oh.
We're gonna add the yeast.
The yeast.
Add the yeast. And we'll... My son does not like anything on him. Alright, and then we're just gonna add 1/4 of vanilla. Okay? That was so small. I just put that in. He don't want me to do anything. But this is Cooking with Kayden, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Kayden, now you're just going to give this a light whisk. This is really small, so be careful, okay?
I know. And there ain't much room.
Make sure the egg is mixed up. Okay, let me see. Okay. So you just give that a nice little whisk. You see how lightly Mommy does that? Light whisk. Out. So now we bring this back.
Oh,
so I'm going to pour it in, and you're going to lightly stir, okay? Lightly. You add your liquids to your dough until it forms a nice sticky dough. Okay, so we got to keep stirring. And this takes about 10 to 15 minutes until it comes into a nice sticky dough.
Let me do it, because it's Cooking with Kayden.
Okay, it's Cooking with Kayden. I'll hold the bowl for you. But I need you to... You're starting
Kayden's time to shine. It's Kayden's time to shine. It's Kayden's time to shine. Oh, it's getting sticky. You got a good dough.
We got a good dough?
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to knead this dough for about 10 to 15 minutes until it forms into a nice sticky ball. Alright, so on a clean surface, you want to put oil all down and want to start rolling out your dough. So you want to rub it out. So now comes the kneading. And it's gonna form.
That is sticky.
Sticky. It's gonna form into a nice ball.
Into a nice ball.
Into a nice ball. So what you wanna do is you wanna keep.
I saw the doo-doo emoji.
So this is gonna take about 10 to 15 minutes. Do you wanna feel how sticky it is, Kayden? Yeah, come on, feel it, and just, you gotta keep going back and forth.
That's nasty.
Keep going, knead it.
Like,
you gotta keep folding it over. You have to keep folding it.
I can't.
It's like slime. There you go. Keep folding it from one side.
I can't use my hands.
Oh my goodness. A mother's love. Alright. So, still kneading the dough. Now I'm gonna let Kayden take over. Alright, so that's all you're gonna do, back and forth, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, his hands are clean. Go ahead, baby.
Oh, it's much better.
Keep it on the board.
I mean, much better, Mommy.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can use your knuckles. You can stretch it.
I'm gonna stretch. Oh, it's like slime, Jenna. So we basically just doing this.
Yeah, that's how you knead dough. So once you get a good dough, nice and sticky, you want to get it into a nice ball. Look at that. Form it into a nice ball.
Can I form it into the ball?
You want to form it into the ball?
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead. So now Kayden's shaping it and forming it into a ball for the very first time, and he looked like he's enjoying it.
I'm getting it in a ball.
So you're going to put it in a bowl. Okay. So we'll let the dough sit for about a good 45 minutes to an hour, and it should double in size. Now at this time you want to make sure you cover your dough so that way you can set it aside, room temperature, so that way it can rise. So our dough actually took about 2 to 3 hours to rise, so we actually ended up waiting till the next day to complete our donuts. Kayden, you mixing up the glaze? Mm-hmm. Okay, he's doing a good job. He helped me make the glaze icing for the donuts. It's day 2. We are back because we let the dough sit overnight. So now Kayden's about to make his icing for his donuts. And Kayden's making a strawberry icing. Mm-hmm. So come on, little man, pour your flour in your bowl. Let's show them how you can make icing. Be careful. You're going to take a tablespoon of milk. Get the tablespoon. Dip it in. Put it in. That's not a full tablespoon, so you'll get another one. Do it again. So you do at least one more, and let's see how thick that is. So depending upon how thick you want your icing to be, you'll add, or thin, you'll add more milk. All right, and you can go ahead and let's add. I'm gonna give you the butter.
I want you to do this part.
You want me to do the butter?
No, I want to do the butter.
Okay, a little bit of butter, not all of it. Okay, or all of it. You can start whisking lightly, and then I'll add in the strawberry extract.
Extract.
Yep. Whisk it like to the side. I keep telling you, put your hand, when you whisk, you want your hand down. Like that. Whisk. Yeah.
I mean, can't you just let me whisk how I whisk?
Yeah. Can I let you whisk how you whisk?
Yes.
Alright, you see that that's looking good. So that's the strawberry extract, because he loves strawberry flavor. Now you want it to be pink. You want strawberry, right? Okay, hold your hand to the side. We're going to put in a drop of color. There we go. Now let's see it start to form. Kayden's making his strawberry icing. Good job. Keep whisking. Oh yeah, Kayden, that looks good. We're going to add just a little bit more milk though, okay?
Yes.
A little bit more milk. Okay. And that should be good. Whisk it all in. This is the glaze.
Yummy glaze.
Put these to the side and it'll be time to bake the donuts. That's what you're waiting for, right? Mm-hmm. Alright. And you see if you have a good dough, once it purees. Want to poke it, Kayden?
No.
Now take your dough out, but be sure you grease your bowl first before you do this step because it helps the dough come out easier. I forgot that step, but it's okay. Now flour your surface and get ready to have some fun. Be sure to use a sufficient amount of flour so that way the dough doesn't stick to the surface or your roller pin when rolling it out. Make sure to do both sides. Now I always make it into a nice even square shape so that way it's even when you flatten it out pretty much. Here I am beginning to show my son and teach him how to roll it out for the very first time. And I also add a little flour to the rolling pin as well. This is the fun part. You flatten out your dough about a 1/4 inch thick on each side. You just keep flipping it to make sure it's even all the way because you do want your donuts to all be pretty much the same size. Now it's Kayden's turn. I love having him in the kitchen cooking with me, teaching him how to make his favorite treats, and it creates memories. He'll always remember, my mom taught me how to make these donuts. So this is something that you can do with your kids, especially if it's treats and different snacks that they love. Get them in the kitchen with you, show them how to make these meals, and then they'll be cooking for you before you know it. At least that's the goal. Okay, so using your cookie cutter or whatever you have, close to the edge. Kayden, you just want to form circles, press hard, and twist up, okay?
Yep.
Directly next to the circle, okay?
Yes.
All right, you got it?
Yep.
Here we go. Let's see if Kayden can... Be careful where you place it. Okay.
One.
Too far apart. Make sure the edge is covered, okay? Good job, go ahead. You want as many donuts as possible, okay?
Alright, as many donuts as possible. You know I'm good at that, Mommy.
You should be able to get about a good dozen or more donuts depending upon how thin you rolled out your dough. Then you'll take the small circular piece and you'll cut out the center hole for your donuts. Now if you're doing filled donuts, then you'll leave it so that way you'll have a whole donut. After you get these donuts, you'll see that you'll have leftover scraps. We throw nothing away, so you use that, roll that dough right back up, let it rise again, and you repeat the same process. That way you'll get more donuts. Be careful with the dough because you want them to keep their shape. You don't want to tear them when separating the centers from the actual donut. Lay them out on a parchment piece of paper spaced out because they have to rise for another 10 to 15 minutes before you put them in the grease. Now the extra scraps, you want to form those back into a ball, let it rise, and repeat the same process. Again, we throw nothing away. So here I am, the dough has risen, I'm just flattening out and doing the same steps all over again so that way I can have as many donuts to bite on and snack on. This time I decided to use the next step up in the cookie cutter just to see the difference in size when they cook. Using the same exact process, lay them out, and here we go. Time to fry these babies up. Don't let it drop, it'll pop you. So now before you put your actual donuts in, this is where these little bites come in handy. Use the center pieces of the scraps or the center of the donuts to snack on, to munch on, but you want to use them to test the grease first to make sure it's not too hot. You're not frying chicken here, so your grease should not be over 300 to 350 degrees. You're looking for a nice golden brown donut. Be careful when putting your donuts into the grease because again, you want them to keep their shape. So you don't want to just throw them in from high. You want to go down low to make sure you place them in neatly. Here I am showing Kayden how to do them as well, and he is loving it. He can't wait. I'm no professional donut maker. Like I said, this was our first time making donuts. I do know I don't want my donuts burned. I do know they have to be a nice golden brown texture. So you want to keep a close eye on them and you want to flip them to make sure that they're even on both sides. You will get that little thin little line in the middle, just like a Krispy Kreme donut, because that's where the grease sits at. Ooh, they looking so good. I'm so proud of myself. I thought this would have been much harder, but this is our first time making donuts, and they came out light and fluffy and golden brown. That's how you want your donuts to look. It's time to take these bad boys out and sit them on a cooling rack. Here's how I made the vanilla glaze for the donuts. You'll take 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract and add it to about 2 cups of powdered sugar. You'll add your warm butter, and then you'll add about a tablespoon of milk, depending upon how thick you want your glaze. Again, I eyeball it. You can do your own measurements, but as long as you have a great consistency to the glaze that you like. You'll keep stirring at this point until you get the consistency that you like. I add a little bit of milk along the way until I get my glaze as thin or as thick as I want it. So now for your chocolate frosting, you want to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Add it to about 2 cups of powdered sugar. You're going to add about 2 tablespoons of milk or more depending upon how thick. Then again, you're going to add some vanilla extract and you're going to stir. Whisk until it forms into a nice creamy chocolate icing. You'll keep doing this and you'll slowly begin to see it form. So rich and good. Now so you can see what it looks like up close, take your warm donut and dip it in with your hand, just the top of it, twist, pull it out. Just look at that, it looks so good. So we are almost done. At the end of the process, we are dipping the last few donuts. Look at all that glaze. All right, Kayden, which one do you want to dip?
I want to dip this one.
Okay, use the fork. Here we go.
This one shall be dipped the best.
Now flip it. Take the fork, flip it. And just pick it back up in the middle.
Pick it back up in the middle. I'm letting
Now, hold on, let's not let it drip. So you want to turn it. Get a nice coating. Ooh, that's a lot of glaze. He likes a lot of glaze. And voila.
I glazed mine the best.
Voila.
Oh, that's a lot of glaze.
So we're gonna do some more glaze and we're gonna do some more chocolate. Kayden couldn't wait because Kayden had to eat a strawberry already. We're dipping donuts. And I just do mine with my hand. Cause it just take it. He wants both sides coated, but it's a thicker glaze, so it's more of an icing. But it's actually still good.
I haven't tried glaze yet. I cannot wait.
All right. He's gonna dip his last one in strawberry. He loves strawberry.
I'm only doing the top.
Yeah, only doing one side, remember?
All right.
Dip it in and nice, turn it. Now pull it up, let it fall. Beautiful, beautiful.
And for the small little donuts, we're gonna add some powdered sugar to them and make it fancy. We sprinkle. Oh, yes. Yes. All of this is gonna be stacked up. And now you have yourself a nice little donut bite treat. Well, voila. Yes.
Time for the ultimate taste test.
Yes, the taste test.
And let's see, are they nice and soft? They're nice and soft. He's biting already. Pull apart. You can see how soft the dough is. Kayden, you did a good job. Let's taste.
I know I did.
That vanilla icing is hitting. That's good. Which ones do you like the best?
This one or this one?
The strawberry or the what
I
else?
don't know, they both taste the same.
How they both taste the same? Nice and soft and moist. That's really good. You better get you some. Get you a chef Kayden in your life. Kayden cooking up in here. Good job. Donut bump. We will see you next time on Cooking with Kayden. He is eating, mouth is full. Guys, every week we're going to be bringing you some delectable treats, some great meals, home-cooked meals. So please keep coming back. Consider liking and subscribing to our channel. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
We're going to pick out for the rest of the night.